What's this button do again? Oh, hi. Hi. Hello. How are you? Let's see how I look on the camera. I look interesting on the camera, don't I? All right. Well, welcome once again to yet another Troubadork show. I'm now I'm screwing with the camera. I'm going to keep talking while we're doing it because otherwise I will just feel a little bit. There we go. Just to the point where I'm not quite as flushed looking as I probably am. Adjust that a little bit. We'll adjust this a little bit. Because it changes every time I do it, you know. It really does. It is now Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Groundhog Day. So, to quote, it's Groundhog Day. Again. And here we are. It's only going to feel like we've done this over and over. Show 180. Which is impressive when you get right down to it. I mean, this was literally something I threw together initially just to be like, have something to do. So, in the interest of maintaining that Groundhog Day theme, let us first, of course, launch into our sponsor. Get yourself a monolith. Put it out for everyone to see. Yeah, get yourself a monolith. The absurdity will set you free. It doesn't really matter whose party that you're with. So let's all make it weird. Get yourself a monolith. That's right. We're turning it around. Ray's House of Monoliths. We deliver. Just don't ask how. Oh, my goodness me. So, yes, 180 shows. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a fair number. I don't know if I've gotten any better at this or not, to be honest. I will just continue to do it until such time as we have an indicator that we're going to do something else. I think that's really the plan here. Today's show has a lot of neat songs. I don't know if thematically they hold up, and I'm not even terribly certain that I care. I'll move the microphone a little bit. Like, yeah, I'm going to do that one first. This song was inspired by a request from Richard, and actually involves one of the guys, folks who hang out here, Teppo, who is either going to catch this on reruns or watch it because he is in fact having some insomnia issues because he is our man in Finland. And his helmet on. A man in Finland. A man in Finland. might have a solo. Square, taking the sights, then right off into Helsinki's night. Karlsarka neat, not the plan. All Helsinki respects the man. A man in Finland, a man in Finland. I love it when I can end pretty. Our man in Finland for Teppo, who will hear this eventually. Hey Teppo, hope things are going well out there. Well, there's all kinds of stuff. By the way, there is a verse and there's a word in there, Karlsarkanit, which is a Finnish term. The Finnish language has some amazing purpose-built words. This particular one is right here. It is, in fact, the feeling when you are going to get drunk home alone in your underwear with no intention of going out. At home. In your underwear. Finland. They've got some neat language. They got a neat language. The next song I'm going to do, it's true. There you go. Teppo's sending you geisha chocolate? That is awesome. I don't know if I've ever had geisha chocolate. I'll have to check that out. Probably find it somewhere. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But, as with many things, the next song will wind up in my The Internet Writes My Songs LP. Eventually, if I ever have an LP. And it is inspired by a clip from an old tested show from the Mythbusters. Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman, while Mythbusters was still running as a series. It was during the International Space Station, as a matter of fact, where this guy right here, Captain Chris Hadfield, paired up with a chef on the ground to come up with new food to eat in the space station. Amazon sells it. All right, I'll check that out. The International Space Station. And the biggest challenge with this, of course, is that you got to get all that food up there. There is actually a reference to the very first food that was smuggled up into space during a shot, and I believe it was a ham on rye. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I would love that to have been a Reuben, but I don't think they could have managed. I think the sauerkraut would have just completely blown any possible safety precautions that you would have in it. But, this also makes use of two weird chords. A sharp 6 and G6. I started off with G6, because G6 sounds good. It's like, I need something that sounds kind of spacey. Ooh. And that gave me this mess. Space burrito, burrito in space. Trippy. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. Flying high above Mother Earth. Need a lunch of significant girth. Flour tortilla floats into the room. Space Space Burrito will save us from doom. Space Burrito, burrito in space. 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 Spaceships have field and Desjardins. Use some black beans and 0G greens. Warm some carne and freeze-dried arroz. Add Tabasco and there she goes. Space Burrito, burrito in space. 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 0D gining was such a chore. It's greater than the stuff we had before. Like a quesadilla, but there's much more. Better than the space sandwich of yours. Space Burrito, burrito in space. 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 Another pretty end. Corned beef, yeah, I think it was corned beef. I wanted to say pastrami because pastrami is just a naturally funnier word than corned beef. But that's just my sense of comedy. And by the way, we are hitting a landmark, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, pals, gals, friends, Romans, countrymen, comrades. We are at 10 viewers. We have broken double digits. Yes! And now one of them will run away. Thank you, all 10 of you, for watching. You gotta understand something. I've been doing this since last March. And rarely, if ever, did we ever break 2 digits. So just the fact that we're at 10 viewers for any length of time, I feel good about that. I really do. So thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I know, right? This is like a big deal, man. Oh, my goodness. Now we're going to go from the slightly weird to the entirely genuinely what the heck are we talking about weird. And that's because we're going to do a song that was inspired by the fact that I have seen far too many of these things. The internet phenomenon known as the TED Talk. You've seen them. You've seen the jokes about them. You've seen all the jokes about them because they're on the internet and you've had very little else to do during the pandemic. And this song, which I want to make sure I didn't blow out anything on those two. I have a tendency to... Sometimes I play songs that just cause my instrument to detune. Yes, it went sharp again for some reason. Normally, if the strings get warm, they should slack. But no, they're going sharper on me now. It's a form of protest. Gemini 3, Wally Schirra got it and gave it to John Young before the flight. So yeah, we're back down to 9. That's all right. This is a very jazzy kind of thing, and it also features the B chord, which is interesting because the B chord, if you play guitar, it's the same fingering as the F chord. Every bit as obnoxious. Thank you all for coming. I sure hope you're doing well. We've gathered here together for the thoughts I've come to tell. Like how you all can change the world by changing your own mind. The scariest thing that you can do is try out being kind. By opening your eyes, mind will begin to unfurl. Absurdists often find the truth, and incrementalists will change the world just slowly. Thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my talk. The sound of one hand clapping isn't when you slap your friend. The Marvel Moody's taught us all to stick round to the end. Alien abduction investigation should never ever be called a probe. And the Flat Earth Society's members are scattered all around the globe. Think on that. Thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my talk. Waterproof that chicken and then give it a kazoo. That's how ducks were invented. This is God's own truth to you. Loves a small hidden alpaca up there in the ceiling vents. If you wait just a moment, I'll show you folks just how to build suspense. Please hold now. Thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my, thank you for coming to my talk. Here we go. Boating accident. I actually saw it go up to 11 for a moment there, and clearly they came in right at the whole waterproof that chicken line, and it's like, no, bail out again. That's all right. That is one of the goofier songs. You'll notice, just like many TED Talks, it starts out, the TED Talk rabbit hole is weird, because it starts off with fairly reasonable stuff, and then it can just go right down into wacky land. And that's me saying wacky land, and that's saying a lot right there. Oh, so real quick update. Still alive, still sane, still healthy. No signs of anything. This is we're coming up on the last part of the second bloody stay at home because you got exposed to somebody who was diagnosed with COVID at work incident in the space of a month. I'm not bitter. I'm a little frustrated because there's an awful lot of things I'd like to be able to do at the day job that require me to be at the day job. But that's okay. We will do this. We will stay sane. And we will wrap up this show with a song I have not done for about 100 shows. It's true. True fact, man. The next song I'm going to do is the last one, and it is one that I really love, and I was reasonably good at it. And I fell off doing it because of various things. I think it's because I wasn't entirely comfortable doing it. There is an intro that I'm not going to do because I'm not good at it yet. Yeah. Why is it that, we're trying really hard to survive during this, and a lot of this is just, as they say, there's two factors that really mitigate the spread in the pandemic: the density of the population and the density of the population. Hello there, my old friend. Not too long ago, it was till the end. We play outside in the pouring rain. On the way up the road, it started over again. Living the dream of you on top. My mind is aching and Lord, it won't stop. That's how it happens, living life by the drum. Up and down the road in all worn out shoes, talking about good things and singing the blues. You on your way and I stay behind. We both knew it was just a matter of time. living the dream of you on top. My mind is aching and Lord, it won't stop. That's how it happens, living life by the drop. No wasting time, we're allowed today. Turn up the past, there's no easier way. Times in between us a means to an end, and I'm so dang glad I've spent these last 3 years singing with you. This feels like a year and a half. Living the dream. My mind stopped aching, and that's how it happens, living life by the drop. That's how it happens, living life by the drop. And so we come riding in at a relatively calm and relaxed pace. The end of show 180 of these little Troubadork shows. Started out as a non-commute show when I thought that I would be going back into the office on a regular basis for a while. But at this point, we're all playing it by ear. There's a lot of folks out there, those of us who do still have jobs, and those of you who don't have jobs, hang in there, man, hang in there. We're doing our damnedest, we really are. Who are pretty much going to be working from home for the foreseeable future. I still get to go in, and yeah, I am definitely thinking, Tom, about liberating a hazmat suit from the tech room where I work, because we are a safety company, and I'm pretty sure I could borrow one. I don't want to have to I really need to get stuff done there and not be stuck here all the time. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me once again. Thank y'all for helping me get the count above into the 2-digit area. That's a landmark. It really is. It's a milestone, I tell you, seriously. The usual tip jar stuff, paypal.com/theadequate, Venmo @theadequate. And I want to thank Eric, Robert, Rick, Emily, and Miranda for chipping in there. I want to thank my amazing Patreon patron peeps. JD, Joe, Alexi, Austin, Chris, Teppo, Shay, Linda, Ann, Stephen, Rob, Alicia, Relly, BK, Kaylee, Richard, John, Brian, and Lorene, who's also my editor for Artisanal Gibberish, so send good vibes to her because she's got some work to do, for helping me promote adequacy in our lifetime. Anything that comes in goes back into the show at this point. We're actually using the fancier restream now, as well as the website, theadequate.com, which now hosts all the stuff. Good night, Luxon. You take care. We got the archives are, of course, over here, Facebook and Twitch at Tobias the Adequate, youtube.com/mplaguerre. Podcast stuff is on its way. Old podcast stuff is over here at anchor.fm/theadequate. I'm The Adequate on Twitter, The Adequate on Facebook, The Adequate on Tobias The Adequate on TikTok, and Tobias The Adequate on Tumblr, which is slowly getting some more traffic because I'm now feeding in my TikTok stuff into it. Because, well, TikTok, it's apparently what the cool kids are using these days. THUD Bucket! We're available everywhere. Go check us out on the Facebook or look us up on YouTube. We don't have a THUD Bucket webpage because it's just two guys, half a continent apart, who pretty much started doing this on a dare. We're having fun, and that's important. That's everything. Thank y'all for hanging out with me again. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be careful out there. Y'all have been wonderful. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you once again for encouraging my behavior, and I will see y'all next time.